Hello, this is a continuation from the previous video on using present value and future value formulas. If you have not seen that video, please check that one and so you can understand the second one. Okay, so what we have here in the past is these cells in yellow represent or contain the value for the present value, and these cells in green contain the values for the future value. Now this future value can be computed as well just between these two. Once we have this 516, it's a single cash flow, and we can use this formula right here in order to compute that value. So if we take this is equal to the present is 516 times 1 plus the interest rate. We say the interest rate is 10%, and we raise that to the fifth power. We get 831.53, which matches exactly what we had in the cells in green, like that. So you can see you can compute the present. These quantities have to be consistent because you can compute the present word directly, or compute the present word and from that compute the future word, or compute the future word directly by means of this independent formula or the formulas in Excel. In any case, that would be sufficient. So what we can do now, we have demonstrated the formula for present value and demonstrated the formula for future value. We can use just this general formula that we have here, but we can also compute annuities and make the reference to annuities. So let's work on that. What we let me scroll down here, and let's say that I have a project for which the present value is now precisely the number that we had before, 516. This would be the present value. Present word or present value, I'm using that distinctively. So the annuity for that project, if the interest rate is 10% and the number of periods is 5, I can compute the annuity for that as the payment, PMT. PMT stands for payment, and that would be the annuity. It is equivalent as if you ask for a loan for $516.31, how much you would have to pay if the interest rate is 10% and the number of periods is 5. And again, remember that negative sign convention. I'm using the negative for $516, and then I would have to pay $136.20 if I ask for a loan for $516.31 at an interest rate of 10%, and the number of periods is 5. In other words, when we compare this number 136, and let me highlight that number, when we compare that 136 to say this series of 400 and this $1,000, these cash flows that I have here, these negative 1,000 and 5 cash flows of 400, is equivalent to receive every year $136.20 if I wouldn't have to make the investment of $1,000 at year 01. So that's equivalent to, if I make the decision to make this investment, receiving $1,000 or paying $1,000 as an investment and then receiving $400 for the next 5 years, it's equivalent to receive today $516.31, or it's equivalent to not making any investment at all and receiving $831.53 5 years from now. So all of these quantities have the same total equivalent value when we take into consideration the effect of compounded interest rates. So in summary, what we have seen today is PV for present value, FB for future value, and PMT for the annuities formulas in Excel. And I'm going to copy this formula that I have here so you can see exactly what I actually typed. That is the equation, and for present value, this is the equation for future value. And that makes the association to the computations with the $400 that we receive as annuities. I'm going to do the same thing with this formula here, so you can see how I typed that and related the different cells to the value that I wanted to compute. And one other thing you can do here with Excel, and I demonstrated in previous videos, is you can select formulas and trace precedence to see where those numbers are coming from, to see where these numbers are coming from. I'm sorry, where these numbers are coming from, everything that is needed to compute those values. And there you go. So keep practicing, open your Excel files, remember to do your assignments, and I hope these videos have been useful for you.